Good morning, Scorpio. It is July 29th, and I'm doing a reading for you. Just trying to get into your energy. It feels exciting and a little bit nervous at the same time. Let's pull some message cards. These are all pre-shuffled decks and cleansed. Geez, another hidden interview. Friendly fire, hidden interview. Baby, you were born this way. All right. Let's see what this is about. Scorpio spirit. What messages do we have for Scorpio? Wow, you have the sun at the center of your reading. The crossing energy is the Three of Cups. Four of Cups is the focus. Temperance. Emperor in reverse. Well, the sun is at the center of your reading, so there's something really, really bright on the horizon for you, but the crossing energy is the Three of Cups. You might be having some issues with friends, or maybe you have a friend that you have to consider in order to arrive at this sun place, which is like everything that you want. It's happiness, it's abundance. So there may be a couple of relationships that you have to work on, or maybe there are people that you're not in touch with that you need to get in touch with. You know, when time passes between friends and you just don't even know where to start, so you find yourself not making the call or not making the text, however it is that you communicate. Yeah, Seven of Wands. There's this Emperor in reverse in your life, and their public face, or the one that they show to people, is one of control and good judgment and patience, but that's not how you see them. Yeah, Five of Cups and Seven of Wands. It seems to me like you have to make a stand of some kind against somebody, towards somebody, rather, because you know something. You know something about all of the work that has gone into something that's been built. This feels like family relationship stuff. King of Cups, High Priestess. I think that you have been extremely patient in a situation. But there's been a lot of gossip. There's gossip going on right now. Or there's people speculating about this situation. People are speculating, people have opinions, but yeah, you're standing your ground. And you're going to have to hurt somebody. There's a journey. You're going to have to hurt the doorway to value, the temple path. Woo. Oh boy. Yeah, guys. Okay, so the sun is what you know you can have. It might be right in front of you. But there's other people involved. See the little cats in their cat holes? They all have to work together. This could really be a family situation, but it could also be a friend situation. Hidden interview. Hidden interview. Where do I put all these cards? You've been assessing someone in a way that isn't noticeable to them. You've been assessing someone. You've seen them in different scenarios. They probably don't even see you as somebody that they have to worry about because they think that they've got you in their back pocket. Baby, you were born this way. Is there a part of you that is being suppressed by somebody in your environment, maybe? Well, I can see all of these. I'll put a picture. Friendly fire. So it's like somebody in your friend group or family is looking like the good guy on the outside, but they're doing something. This reminds me of triangulation, which is just like it's a psychological term that means that somebody, let's say there's three cats, right? Well, one of those cats, because of whatever reason, an insecurity, a deep-rooted insecurity, only feels in control when they could pit the other two cats against each other, okay? And people do this unconsciously a lot as a defense mechanism in their lives. And this might be happening to you in some case where everything could be great and everything will be as you make it, because you have free will, and you're also the high priestess, so give yourself a lot of credit here because you know a lot more than you show. But you might be in a situation like this and you've been writing it out because it's not really a threat to you, because like, you know, you're nobody to play with. You enjoy a little bit of conflict here and there. I mean, you're a Scorpio, of course, right? You stand up for what you want. You're not really afraid to tell your opinion about things. But in this particular case, you've been like letting something slide, and you've even been enjoying yourself in certain aspects of it. Maybe you've worked the situation to your advantage as well. And over time, you know, you've been patient with this person, but I feel that this Emperor in reverse has been damaging to you in some way. He may have hurt people around you that you care about. I'm saying he, but it doesn't have to be a he. It just has to be somebody who's very outwardly self-possessed. Because it's in reverse, I'm saying outwardly. They're not being that way to you. They're not being fair to you. And so you can't play fair anymore. You're standing your ground in the near future, or maybe this happened already. You may have called them out. You may have called them out on whatever it is that they're doing. And your environment is the Seven of Pentacles. You've salvaged something. Even if you don't feel it yet, Scorpio, because I see the Five of Cups here, I think that you don't like to hurt people's feelings at all. Even if people think that you're very opinionated, you really don't want to hurt people. You can't help that you see certain things. You can't help that you know certain things. You definitely have a good sense of right and wrong. And that Temperance card is telling me that. This is a calculated decision for you to put an end to something. And what you don't see is that, and you might not see this because you don't see yourself as the main player, okay? But whatever you're doing is changing somebody around you. And I really believe that it's this Emperor in reverse. You're going to make a decision to put an end to something. And it's not going to feel great right away, Five of Cups. But this is going to be a huge wake-up call for this Emperor in reverse. You're putting an end to the friendly fire because you know about it as the High Priestess. Hidden interview, High Priestess. You've been watching all this time, but people just haven't really realized how much that you know, how much you understand about the situation. Maybe you're a little bit younger than this person. But then again, this is a family situation or a friend group. So this could be, a younger person. But you know a lot. And you're doing the right things with your knowledge. This is just the beginning for you. This is just the beginning of you understanding that you can be very strategic about how you fix things in your life. These decisions that you're making, the hard ones right now, putting limits, putting boundaries down, saying, nope, that's not going to happen in my presence. No, you won't do that in my presence. This is going to feel good, okay? This is going to be the new you. This is happening in Leo season, and that's why I'm using these cat decks. You're going to learn that you can do this on a bigger scale, okay? I see the law, and not in a bad way, like in a good way. I see you getting involved in something that you're passionate about. You're going to like the way this feels, making a difference for the better, and going against, because you were born this way, baby, all right? Going against somebody who appears to have it together, who's supposed to be the authority. But turns out that when you stand your ground and educate them a little bit on what they've really been doing, or how they've been divisive in some way, it's not only going to empower you, because you're going to do it against your own better judgment, really, because who likes to be uncomfortable, right? Who likes to create pain for themselves? And initially it will feel like pain, because when you're cleaning up a mess, sometimes it gets messier before it gets neat, if you know what I mean. But you're really proud of what you've done. And you're seeing that it not only affected you, but it affected somebody around you that was operating in a way that was hurting the people around them. And they may not have even realized it. They could have gotten really offended even, or will get offended when you tell them what's going on. But it's going to help them straighten their crown and see the hearts and the stars. There's so many things that are possible after this. The temple path. The temple path is about having an inner knowing. You have the high priestess and you have the temple path. You have a very strong compass towards spirit. You could be rowdy, you could be scrappy, but you have an inner knowing. It's not something you have to read in a sacred book like a Bible or a Torah or a Quran or whatever. This is something you were born with. Knowing what's important and what's not important in the journey of life. And you have something very big to do. There might be a cause that you are driven to pursue that you haven't pursued yet. I want to get some clarifiers. What's this journey about, Spirit? Is it a figurative journey? Or is it like a literal journey? Oop, the moon. Okay, this is a figurative journey. Wow, guys, this is really cool. You, Scorpio, you have a sacred map of sorts. This is about soul family. This is about family. This is about your friends. You have an inner knowing. You know more than you show. I think that's what's changing. But not only are you going to show what you know, but you're going to do it in a way that people might not even realize. that you're doing it. And even if the rewards aren't obvious to others, it's going to be just what the doctor ordered for you. I think you worry about people a lot. The Hermit. This is where you've been. 5 of Swords. This is what you're facing. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. You want to be fair. See the scales? You want everybody to be taken care of, okay? Not just these 3. Not just these 3. The whole bunch. All of the children should have love. Everyone in the family is invited. Nobody is left out in the cold. Everyone will cooperate. This is what you feel. You're willing to come out of the dark and show people what you know. You understand that it's going to take some work for other people to adjust to this new way of thinking that you have. You're okay with that, even if it doesn't feel so good at first. You will make things just. Spirit, what is the Sun? What's the Sun for Scorpio? Tell us more about the Sun so that Scorpio has the strength and the fortitude to go ahead with this inner knowing, this inner itch, right? Like I have to do something about this. I can't let things operate this way anymore. Maybe I can't change them, but I'm gonna try. Sometimes the results of things aren't seen right away. Look at that. 9 of Pentacles. You're going to do something new based on something that you've been doing. You're just going to adjust it. You're going to adjust a technique that you have to make things right. Tell me more about friendly fire, Spirit. What should Scorpio be aware of today regarding friendly fire? What does that mean? Yeah. Text messages, conversations, 8 of Wands. This is a lot of information moving. Just think of these as text messages from different people. The Sun, are you gaining some sort of recognition from this? This is a powerful summer for you, Scorpio. This Leo season is really, really going to be an adjustment from the moon to the sun. If you've been hiding something that you're good at, get ready to show it. Yeah, look at that. Do you know what the Queen of Cups can do? The Queen of Cups can actually transform anger or transmute anger into love, confusion into clarity, enemies to friends. But in order for you to do these things, to manifest these things around you, because it seems to me that you're really not okay unless your people are okay. You're really passionate about your friends and your family. You're a really good friend to have. You're a good lover to have. You're a good parent to have. You're a good sister to have. You're a fighter. You know what strikes me about this Queen of Cups? Is that she's staring at this chalice or whatever she's holding. She's staring at it. She must stay focused on her inner compass in order to mute all of the noise around her. Because even when all signs are pointing this way, she understands what the right direction is. I think that you're going to have an impact in a huge way in the coming, I want to say, 3 months. You're going to have a huge impact on something. You know, whether you're in school or you're retired or you're in a new job or thinking about a new job, there is, well, a lot of people consider patience to be a virtue, and I think it is, sure. But sometimes God gives you a nudge, or spirit, or whoever it is that you believe in as a higher power, gives you a nudge that you have to do something. There's something you're meant to do. And I think that you're probably feeling tension right now, because you're not sure what direction to go in. I want to pull a message card to end this reading. I hope that this resonates with some of you guys. Okay. Verse 2, it's a bug, Elsa. Okay. It's a bug. Okay, so this card, what does this mean to me? This is about a glitch, a bug, a virus, okay? So it has to do with something being wrong with the system. Something's wrong with the system that you're operating in. So something's wrong in the family. It's probably this Emperor in reverse, and what's going on with the Three of Cups, with your family, with your friends, as a result of this Emperor in reverse. Elsa. This is Elsa from Frozen. Elsa from Frozen, if you remember, she had a lot of power, but she didn't know how to use it. And she would actually hurt people that she loved accidentally. And then she kind of put herself in seclusion because she was just so afraid that she'd hurt anyone else. But what actually happened at the end is that she was, I don't totally remember Frozen, but I just know that Elsa was able to do beautiful things with her magic. But she's also a sister. It's funny because I said sister. This might have something to do with your sister. Anyway, funny that Elsa, right? Elsa was the one from Frozen who turned everything into ice, right? But High Priestess, this is major, but at the middle of your reading is the sun. Do you have to melt something out of the ice to get to the sun? Well, if anybody could do it, it's you, Scorpio. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, okay? And I'm so glad that you stayed until the end. Please like and subscribe if this resonated with you, and if you'd like me to do more Scorpio readings. And take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful day. Bye.